Eastern Cape Automotive Manufacturing Hub of Choice. Welcome to the regional home of the legendary Nelson Mandela. Welcome to a place of astounding beauty. Welcome to an investment hotspot and compelling business value proposition. Welcome to the heartbeat of South Africa's automotive manufacturing industry and centre of excellence for automotive skills and capability. Welcome to the gateway of Africa. Unprecedented infrastructure investment and development by the South African government, attached to its quality of life and skills base, has catapulted the region to the forefront of foreign direct investment and trade. Home to no fewer than 2 of the country's industrial development zones and 3 harbours, including one of Africa's only deep water ports, now among the busiest in Africa. The Eastern Cape economy is a major exporting hub. Kucha and the East London IDZs offer lucrative incentives to investors and have added to their family a range of global companies.
The Automotive Industry Development Centre in the Eastern Cape continues to be a significant contributor within the Eastern Cape Development Corporation as a subsidiary. We recognise that the automotive industry in the Eastern Cape continues to act as a mecca, contributing significantly not only to the GDP, but also a significant enabler in terms of job creation and wealth within the region. The strengths are undoubtedly the access to deep water ports. There's been significant development with the newly promulgated special economic zones, the incentive regime as provided by the national government, as well as other incentive instruments within the Eastern Cape, also provides an attractive platform for growth.
The value proposition for investors within these zones is significant.
East London IDZ has had unprecedented growth, particularly led by the automotive sector, which has been the anchor sector for the East London IDZ. So main drivers for that sector has been basically East London IDZ's value proposition, that of being a strong platform from an infrastructure point of view that is able to attract these investors and support them with services and facilities that are of a world-class nature, and that would enable the investors to lower their cost of operation and focus on their core business. But as East London IDZ, we've put in an attractive value proposition for the automotive, where we have the automotive supplier park that is supported by having warehousing facilities, logistics services, incentive facilitation program that goes beyond the normal automotive incentives in terms of duties and value-added tax.
The Kucha IDZ is South Africa's largest industrial development zone, and in particular in the automotive sector, we are in the unique position to offer interested companies 2 locations. One is obviously in the multi-OEM complex in the IDZ, and the other is in the Nelson Mandela Bay Logistics Park, which is located adjacent to Volkswagen. Kucha offers a one-stop service to potential investors. That includes a whole range of services, including support in skills development and training, and also at making sure that all the needs of an investor is catered for.
These suppliers also share a world-class infrastructure and logistics solution that drives costs, quality and delivery improvements.
The Kucha IDZ is offering the opportunity for industrialists to locate in an area that's fully serviced. I think one of the most important advantages of the Kucha IDZ is the location closely adjacent to the port of Nuga, and it offers great advantages, logistical advantages, to our investors. Another advantage is the close proximity of the port of Port Elizabeth, only 20 kilometers from our automotive zone in Zone 2. In the future, that port will be developed into one of South Africa's largest imports and export facilities for vehicles.
The coastal region is also home to global OEM brands which manufacture in and export from the region to international markets.
We as FAW believe Coega is our best option simply because of its infrastructure, its logistic advantages, also the proximity to the Coega harbour, and also its industrial development plan also provide us with financial engineering and infrastructure support. FAW also sees our investment here as a strategic partnership between South Africa and China.
Many vehicles driven in the far reaches of every continent are built here using high-tech processes and skilled labor.
One of the reasons we're here and one of the reasons we continue to produce cars here is because it's a very good location. Firstly, you have a very good infrastructure in terms of port and rail. Secondly, there are a lot of suppliers based here. It's not just ourselves, but there's some other manufacturers here as well. So what this area offers us is an opportunity to produce cars with a large supply of labor, with good suppliers and with good overall infrastructure. We believe that this is a very good base to produce our cars for, both for the local market and of course for export.
So, as Mercedes-Benz South Africa, we've invested heavily in the Eastern Cape. Our recent project that we've just introduced with the new C-Class has seen an investment well in excess of 5 billion rand going into East London. Investing like that in the automotive industry in the Eastern Cape obviously requires also a broader network of support, not only from suppliers, but also very importantly from logistics and being able to move the material around that we need to do in order to be successful. So, one of the great advantages that we see here is that we have direct access from the plant into the port terminal for export of vehicles, very close transport routes for inbound material. We have seen with the IDZ a very good and competent support for our supplier base. With the introduction of the new model, we've brought 7 new suppliers into the IDZ. And by far and large, they've enjoyed good benefits, competent consulting support. So that certainly is an advantage for us to be located in this area.
The OEMs support a diverse and global competitive supply chain, many members of whose components are exported worldwide for models built in South Africa and abroad.
HTM is based in the Eastern Cape, exporter predominantly. Very positive about the future. We're looking at in excess of 20% growth during next year. If we look at the supply chain in the Eastern Cape, I really believe they've gone from strength to strength. They today as good as anyone else in the world when it comes to on-time delivery, cost, and obviously quality, which is a given these days.
Well, obviously with having some international motor manufacturers in the area with the likes of General Motors, Volkswagen and Mercedes, it has attracted several multinational suppliers as well as supply chain companies, both in the Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 section, and this gives us easy access to these companies who then can become sub-suppliers and service providers to our industry.
Tenneco export 95% of its product. Tenneco is strategically situated in the Eastern Cape and are able to ship very efficiently and effectively through our local port Coega to the global market.
The region is known for its auto skills leadership and labour pool in Africa. The supply of skills is assisted by leading tertiary educational institutions with international linkages and chairs in several technical disciplines. Several public and private agencies and institutions offer free advisory services and assist players access numerous government incentives and create an environment conducive for optimized profits and socio-economic development.
The AIDC will continue to try and play a role in facilitative programs such as the total productive maintenance, as well as other programs such as world-class manufacturing.
This has been a really positive influence in our business. It's been value adding to our business, and it's a program that's going to take us to the level where we want to be, and that is to be world-class facility.
There's been tangible savings that's been realized as well. One of the key measures has been overall equipment effectiveness, We've been very pleased as well that there's been significant gains that have been made.
We've had some major savings, not just from a cost point of view, but from freeing up extra capacity, higher productivity levels, higher efficiency levels.
We'll continue to grow and bolster the TPM program through the use of resources to ensure that we continue to lower costs, improve quality, and ensure that we have robust supply capability into our OEMs. We also continue to recognize that supply development, logistics optimization, as well as skills are three key areas that will underpin growth of the sector and will continue to remain a focus of the Automotive Industry Development Centre to ensure that we grow the auto sector going forward.
While the auto and manufacturing industry dominates the GDP and employment figures of the region, the Eastern Cape has also become a preferred destination for related industries, including renewable energy, attracting the lion's share of wind and solar farms in South Africa.
The Nelson Mandela Bay region, as well as the Eastern Cape as a whole, is a very viable investment destination for progressive and dynamic investors. We are here to receive you and welcome you and assist you in ensuring that you are internationally competitive and can run a sustainable operation for the benefit of your shareholders, but also for the benefit of the local economy.
Other industrial mega projects include Project Umthombo and a new waterfront development are examples of the kind of initiatives that makes the Eastern Cape a land of opportunity, where business and home life create a sustainable, prosperous future.